Cassie, thank you so much for visiting with me. Such
Nice
a
to
pleasure.
see you.
Good to see you too. I was just kind of curious. I mean, this is such a wildly original idea and such a fantastical world. What was the genesis of the idea in the first place?
I've always been fascinated with stories about angels and demons, but the real genesis of the idea was in a tattoo shop. And a friend of mine was showing me her flash book of tattoo art, and I got the idea of this race of sort of superheroes who were part angel who had these magical tattoos, and the tattoos gave them, strength, speed, insight, and all of these sort of slightly superhuman powers that would allow them to protect us.
Oh, wow, fascinating. And you wrote the first book, and it came out, and obviously you were sitting down to write the second book. Was the effort of writing the second book, knowing that there was an audience waiting for it, any different than writing the first book when you weren't sure, honestly, if anyone would see it?
It was definitely a question of there being more pressure for the second and the third books, but really especially the third book. And I remember putting out the third book and being really nervous about how people were going to react to it. And it's just, kind of logging online like over and over and over, refreshing Amazon until the reviews started coming in. So I try not to let, that stuff affect the story that I want to write, but I can't say it isn't something that you worry about.
And a lot of authors had varying experiences with Hollywood, and it sounds like this was a really great one for you. You were very involved. Was there any apprehension at first about having the book being made into a movie?
Well, definitely. I mean, I was worried about being left out of the process. I was worried about the stress. My agent's been in the business for forever, and he, when I first started getting involved in the movie, he said to me, I had a client once who had a movie made of his book, and he got so stressed that he died.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, that's not good. So I tried to keep my stress level down.
Thanks for the tip.
Thanks for the tip, Russell. Like me, I love my agent, but it was really funny. And I was just like really lucky that they wanted my input and that they wanted my involvement at all, because they just as easily could not have.
Well, I think this movie and the transfer to the big screen really kind of rides a lot on the casting of your lead. And Lily, my goodness, what an angel she is in this picture. What did you see in her that kind of embodied the character that you invented in your head?
Is strength and vulnerability, which is a combination that you don't always see together. The fact that she can play a character who is open-hearted and can be really emotionally vulnerable and hurt, yet you believe that she soldiers through that with this absolute focus on finding her mother and this absolute focus on rescuing her friends, and that she is brave enough to do those things.
Yeah, well, she is something else.
Lily's amazing. I mean, she blew everybody away. She surpassed all our expectations. She carries the whole movie on her shoulders in a way, and she really does it.